When Chapman Billies leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to take the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting full and unco happy. We think now on the long Scots miles, the mooses, water, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our home, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brews like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth found honest Tam o' Shanter, as he from air and night did canter.
Ah, Tam, hadst thou but been so wise as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blathering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, aye market day thou wasna sober. She prophesied that late or soon thou would be found droon in Doon, or catch it wi' warlocks in the muck, by Alloway's old haunted cuck. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me greet, to think how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises.
But to our tale a market night, Tam had got planted unco right, fast by an ingle, blazingly fine, with reaming swots that drank divinely. Care, mad to see a man sae happy, e'en drowned himself amang the nappy. As bees flee hame with ladies of treasure, the minutes winged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious. Oh, are the hills of life victorious.
But pleasures are like poppy spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed. Or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race, that flit ere you can point their place. Or like the rainbow's lovely form, evanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tever time the tide, the other approaches Tam mun ride. That hour o' night's black ock the key stain, that dreary hour he munsters be stin. And sick a night he tacks the road in, and near poor sinner was abroad in.
The wind blew as 'twad blown its last, the rattling showers rose on the blast. The speedy gleams of darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang, the thunder bellowed. A night a child might understand the deil had business on his hand. Well mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted a leg. Tam skelped on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding on his git blue bonnet, whilst crooning over some old Scots sonnet, while glowering round with prudent cares lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirkalloway was drawing near, where gusts and hullets nightly cry.
Before in doom pours all his flood, the dabbling storms roar through the woods. The lightning flash from pole to pole, nearer and more nearer the thunders roll, when, glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirkalloway seemed in a blaze. Through Ilka, border beams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Balacone, what danger so can make us scorn? We Tipney, we fear na evil, we Ascoby will face the devil. The swat so rimmed in Tammy's noddle. Fair play, he carved na Dale's a bottle, but Maggie stood right there astonished, till, by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and voe, Tam saw an unco sight.
Warlocks and witches in a dance, ne cotillon brent new frae France. But hornpipes, jigs, brass sprays and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat auld Nick, in shape a beast. A towsy type, black grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gat them skirl, till roof and rafter added dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses, that shored the dead in their last dresses. And by some devilish cantrip sleight, each in its cauld hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the Hayley table a murderous banes in gibbet airns, twa spran lang wee, unchristened bairns.
As Tammy glowed, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleeked it, till ilka con swat and reek it, and coosed her duddies to the walk, and link it at her in her sock.
Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, all plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks, instead of creety flannin, been snow-white 1700 linen. Their breeks o' mine, my only pair, that once were plash o' good blue hair, away had gien them off my hurdies, for a blink at the bonny birdies.
But Tam, ken what was what through Brawley? There was I winsome, wench and Wally, her cutty sark o' paisley hand, that while a lassie she had worn, in longitude thou sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. Ah, little ken thy reverend granny, that sark she coughed for her wee nanny, wi' tea twa pund Scots, 'twas her riches, whatever graced a dance o' witches. And how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought his very een enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidged too fine, and hotched and blew wi' might and main, till first I caper, signing never, Tam tint his reason, together and roars out, "Well done, cutty sark!" And in an instant all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied.
As bees bizz out wi' angry fyke, when plundering hordes assail their bike, as open pusses mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs the witches follow, wi' money and eldritch screech and hollow. Ah Tam, thou'll get thy fare in hell they'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the key stain o' the brig. Thereat them thou thy tail may toss, a running stream they dare na cross. But ere the key stain she could make, the find to tail she had to shake, for Nanny far before the rest hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wist she Maggie's mettle. I spring brought off her master hail, but left behind her ein great tail. The carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump.
Now while this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son take heed. Whene'er to drink you are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind, think you may buy your joys o'er dear. Remember Tam o' Shanter's mare. Let us pray.